cari amici sportivi, and welcome to Fabio on location, joining us last minute. It is another edition of the group therapy session. Look at us, we are 9. I know my StreamYard gives a maximum of 10. And Fabio, are those your cool glasses because you won a bet? But David's very happy that he lost that bet there. Are those your cool glasses? What's going on? You're on mute. I don't know. Maybe your internet connection there in Long Island is not very good. Huh? We can't hear you, buddy.
Scusa, I'm coming live from New Jersey.
Man, New Jersey. No, so it's not Fabio from Long Island. Jersey, it's Fabio from New Jersey. Hey, very nice, very nice. Now it's Fabio from New Jersey. Guys, welcome. It's been maybe a couple of weeks since our last group therapy session. Thank you for Sonny for giving us the nice thumbnail with it's like we're sitting on a couch. We need to talk. Milan, the Euros are coming, and guys, let's get straight into it. We're gonna go one after the other. Let's talk about this whole people want to talk about the Paul. You know what I guys want to talk about? I want to talk about this whole Ilicic with Papu Gomez. People were saying yes, no. Ilicic, maybe it was Cambio with Castillejo, which I have no idea what would even change with Castillejo. But Gomez's agent said he would like to stay. Yusuf, let me start off with you. Ilicic, Papu Gomez, are you good? At which salary? What are you thinking about all this?
Yeah, it's good for our depth. Ilicic and Gomez are both 33, both of them. This might be a concern, but at the same time, they are an upgrade. If you ask me, and the good thing about them, all of them can play in the 3 different positions behind the striker. So I'm totally in for it.
Definitely,
I'd love to see them.
Definitely, maybe even as Stevie P was mentioning, out of all those 4 names, we're gonna need 2 of them there. Gio, did you believe any of this Castillejo for Papu Gomez or a straight swap? But how are you feeling? Are with Yusuf on this one, all depending on salary, or?
I mean, we need talented depth because we got our 2 of our big guns, Benacer and Kessie. They go on AFCON, so they're gonna miss about a month, during the season. So we need all the talent that we can have to stay in the Champions League and maybe challenge. I think Maldini's on the right path. What he's looking at. I like what he's doing, and hopefully Pobega gets a shot. We need another Italian on the team, like Tommy said, and he has talent. Leicester City want him. Bayer Leverkusen want him. So if they want him, then let's see what the kid is all about.
We definitely need that depth, and I'm going to like this, guys, because we are 8. I'm going to change subjects because if we got to go through everybody. Tommy, speaking of Pobega.
Tutte le chiacchiere da bar. Te lo dico io che succede. These guys, they want to go get Giroud. Giroud, un francese che non vale un cazzo. He's in Chelsea. Aspetta, no, he's in Chelsea. Che cazzo ha combinato this guy in Chelsea? He's riding the bench. He's riding the bench. He's riding the bench. Che cazzo è?
He has 10 goals in the Champions League.
I rather go get Milik che mi porta sto cazzo di francese di merda che non vale 2 o 4 soldi. Ma che lascia là in Inghilterra, ma va fanculo, va alla Francia, va. I don't understand why these guys, il Milan. We're talking about la Serie A. Porca puttana, la Serie A.
Tommy,
tutti stranieri, tutti cazzo di stranieri.
We are in Champions League.
I understand we're in Champions League. We could even be in Platinum League. Why are we always buying les étrangers, people that come?
First of all, Tommy, nothing's official.
There's nobody Italian that has talent that you could bring in. No, non esiste proprio. I hear names from Portugal. I hear names from all over the place. I don't hear un cazzo di italiano che lo portano a Milan.
Okay.
And that's why today, we're under venduno. They even said it. They don't win anymore. Look, I like to have superstars. I love to have superstars in Milan. But when even the last game, only 2 Italians were on the field. Look, In England, they have a rule. In France, they have another rule that you cannot have 5 or 6 foreign players on the team on the field pitch on any time. Me, I would have 20 foreign players if I could have on the team.
France's team is 90% not born in France, Tommy. Don't fucking
yeah,
get me started on this.
But they play for the national team of France.
I understand that, but I don't want to talk about nationalities and this. Me, we're talking here about Milan.
Just to add one thing to Tommy's point, Olivier Giroud's mother is Italian, huh?
You want
Italian? You're gonna get Italian from Giroud.
So you know what,
Tommy,
but
the thing is, he doesn't play for Italy.
Okay, so Tommy, what is? Okay, Tommy, what is Juve merda
t-shirt? Mi auguro che l'Italia quest'anno non fa un cazzo all'Euro. Let's hope for that. Così non andrà da nessuna parte. Maybe they'll change the rules.
If Giroud
l'Italia non andrà da nessuna parte this year. Sottoscritto te lo dico.
Tommy, what happened?
If Giroud, Vinny, if Giroud scores 10 goals in the Euro Cup, do you consider coming to Milan?
No.
You're crazy, bro.
Tommy, what needs to happen for you to be positive? That's what I want to know.
I want some. Io voglio campioni che arrivano a Milano, non uno che sta in panchina. If I have to spend money on a guy who's in panchina, like Mandzukic, the guy hasn't played for 7 months. È arrivato a Milano, farà questo, farà. Mandzukic non ha fatto un cazzo.
Okay, don't mention Mandzukic when I'm here.
So let's
non ha fatto un cazzo.
Okay, so taking it over to David. You know what? Tommy's touching base on Olivier Giroud. Everything was supposedly done. They re-signed him for another year. And in the end, you know what, guys? It comes down to just believe what Milan officially states out, right? But David, how do you feel on... Because for me, I'll be honest, Giroud, if he would sign, it's not just that. You need to go sign somebody else or to keep that third striker. But yes, we know how Tommy feels about Giroud. But how about you, David? Did you take this, especially the salary that we were demanding and a free transfer? What are your feelings?
Well, listen, now that he signed for 1 year, I think what they're trying to do is get him and flip him and sell him to Milan, not on a free transfer. So they'll get a bit of money out of it, which will save him on the transfer fee. Not transfer fee, on the salary. I wouldn't mind having Giroud on the bench, but as a number 1 striker, even number 2, as a backup, yes, because we do need a Belotti, we do need a Vahalovic, but Vahalovic is like really, it's 50-50. I would rather have Belotti, but like I said, Giroud is a very good option. He's shown at the last year what he's done in Champions, for Chelsea, for the Premier League, for everything, and now the Euro is kind of look, he got called up to the Euro. That's you don't get called on a team like France that has so many talent. For him to get called up, it's something out of it.
No, exactly.
But I wouldn't mind doing the risk if the money is worth it. Yes, if it's astronomical salary, then no. Obviously,
no, definitely. You know what? And speaking about that, I'm trying to follow everybody's everybody's sequence. Anwar, let's talk about DePaul, right? There's been a lot of talk about DePaul. Supposedly $40 million, maybe un scambio with some players, with the Hulk Hogan, maybe with an extra $50 million. What are your thoughts on DePaul? Would you buy him outright at $40 million? Oh,
now is it working?
Fantastic.
Perfect. So 40 millions for DePaul. I think he's a great player, but that's not worth all that money. I don't think we have a high budget this summer as well. So if we're buying DePaul, that's gonna be the best player maybe for this summer. Do I count on that really? Not as much as I really hope so. Champions League is a different level. Did DePaul play there? No. Are we taking a risk? Yes. And I'm hoping maybe for 2 players in that position. Because even with Diaz, he's still young. I don't think we can expect that much of a high level in big games. And keeping that throughout the season is going to be hard for him as well. So
no, that's a good point.
So I think 40 millions, that's too much to pay for DePaul. If you're gonna invest 40 millions, just go buy a better player and add maybe another better player to that exchange and get a real playmaker there. Someone who still plays in Champions League. You need players who are actually experienced in that position, and I think we're lacking in that because without Ibra, you can see that the play is they're not mature enough to take the right decisions. Especially in the last part. and that's where Ibra makes the whole difference. I think when he plays on the field, he will push Salmakers to make the right run. He will push Leao to actually press the defender, and those things we need that in a playmaker as well. I think Kier was a great addition. So for Giroud, I think it was a great addition as well. He was for free. I'm taking that for grabs, and but now he's not coming anymore. He signed another year with Chelsea, so I don't think Milan is going to spend on him. So probably they're going to go for 2 other forwards. So there are a lot of positions to actually fill. A lot of work for Maldini as well to sell players first, because before actually buying, we need to sell.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a fantastic point. And all this money coming in, coming out, it's just difficult to comprehend, especially in this Mercato madness. Husney there, I know, origin from Malaysia, in Saudi Arabia. The Mercato madness is all over the world, but are you with Anwar? Would you not spend $40 million for DePaul? Is it, the way we got to look at it, gentlemen, is he's got the Serie A experience. So that whole rotation kind of thing, right?
But you're spending 40 million on Bacala. DePaul Bacala.
Okay, let Husney respond. Husney, what do you think? Would you
Rock
would
Nation
you
Husney?
Rock Nation, excuse me, Rock Nation Husney. Sorry.
He took
what I like about Husney. Yeah, exactly.
Rock Nation Husney. What do you think about the Paul at 40
put out
million?
Beckham's shirt.
Yeah, change it up.
There you go.
That's nice, man.
What do you got?
Yes. So for the 40 million, I really don't think it's worth it. It's too much. And considering our injury track record, there's no point spending over 30 for any player, because we've had a really bad experience in the past season whereby some players are injured 15, 20 games. We can't have that if we're spending over 40 million. It can happen, but there's no point taking the risk. And one thing I do want to add is that my biggest concern with any players coming in or who we're thinking of replacing in case they don't renew, like Hakan, how are we going to manage the minutes? Essentially, we're playing the same 3 competitions like we did last season, only that the Europa has been replaced with the Champions League. But I'm worried for players like Hauger, for Tonali, for Gabbia. I think these are good talents, but it doesn't seem that we're giving them the minutes by looking at, okay, we want to get that guy, And to top it all off is that the Euros are coming up, and I don't think we should be hasty as well. I mean, wait out, take a look at the Euros. Are there any gems there? Is there anyone that we thought was initially good but is playing horribly in the Euro? I mean, this could be good indicators here.
No, I love what you're saying there. The everybody's got their own perspective and opinions. Andre, you know what? I'm gonna turn the conversation to you and Fabio after. How about the guys coming back? How about the Caldaras? How about the Laxalts? How about the Pobega? And who else is coming back, gentlemen? Conti. Are there any of those guys that you would actually keep for a kind of a rotation kind of thing? Excuse me.
Nah.
What are your thoughts?
No, I don't think they're capable to play, because talking about one after another, Laxalt can be the backup of Theo, because we are playing with 4 defenders, and the left defender in this formation must be as good as the left defender and same good as the central defenders itself. Laxalt, unfortunately, doesn't have these attributes. He can play in 3-5-2. Yes, we can play attacking left defender, whatever, when he can have somebody behind his back to cover his position. In our situation, I don't think that Laxalt has a spot in Milan. Same as Conti. I guess this guy was perfect in Atalanta. Same, they played 3-5-2, and he was a perfect one, but he should not look pretty much behind his back for the opposition attackers. Caldara, I don't know what to say about this guy. He's one of the biggest talents, together with Romagnoli and Rogani, was announced the future of Squadra. Everybody was dreaming about that line. But look, nobody was called.
Yeah.
The Euro is coming. Nobody was called. Rogani in Cagliari. Romagnoli has an uncertain future, and Caldara is, I don't know what will be his next destination. Pobega, yeah, that looks for me interesting project. As I especially saw watched some couple of games with Spezia. We can develop something from him. Basically on the position of defensive midfielder. I think he's capable.
That's a good point there. That maybe out of all these names, Fabio, live from New Jersey, not from Long Island,
New
but
Jersey today, boys.
New Jersey.
I'm on the move.
But Fabio, out of all these players, do you share Andre's comments there? Like, is that if there's one player to keep, who would you keep?
Vinny, I'll cut you off right now. None of them. None of them. We shouldn't save any of them. They're all bidone, especially that Caldera. I don't know how we got suckered into taking him from Juve, but he stinks too. Yeah, 1 second. Just a second. I'm literally the moment I start talking, you start asking me a question. Listen, I would just say DePaul's not worth $40 million. And I haven't got over the fact that he gave up that stupid handball, turned the whole game against Juve. That stupid elbow, jackass, cost us 3 points there, would have put us at ease before the Atalanta game. I think the guy we got to look at, guys, is Berardi. He scored yesterday. He's the guy on the right side, the guy we need. Conti, Laxative, whatever the hell his name is, they're all out. Get them out. As soon as they walk in, change the key and get them out. Get them out. Every single one. They're all
what a heel. Anyway. What a heel you are. You're such a heel.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. I just want to say hello to everybody. Hollywood Husney over there. I love your shirt. Thank God you got rid of it. David, I'm still waiting for my shirt. My wife's getting mad at me. I got to leave. So from New Jersey, I'm going back to Long Island. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. So, buonasera a tutti and ciao, boys. Ciao.
We'll see each other soon, Fabio. We'll see each other soon. I love it. I love it from over there. But going back to let me ask you to you, Youssef.
Don't ask me, Vinny, because I'll be there. The devil's advocate. I'm here in debating mode. I think the medication is kicking in.
Okay, guys. By the way, excuse me, Youssef. Excuse me. Let me tell everybody that you took a fall. You were celebrating, and congratulations to your son on graduating kindergarten. And you went to take Presidente's money. You went on a yacht. Right, you wanted to be lavish, and then you took a fall from the second story to the first story. VAR reviewed, and there was no foul play. You fell on your own, so you got a yellow card for simulation. They gave you the magic spray, and now you're a bit loopy. Now you may answer that. Now you may answer the question.
Yeah, there you go. Now, first of all, I agree with Rock Nation Husney. I think because he's back in Saudi Arabia, we're breathing the same air, so we agree there. What's the point of having the youngest team in top five, in the European top five leagues? It's because of their potential. If you don't give them the time to grow and tap that potential and just buy for the sake of buying, that's pointless. So I believe the breakout season for Salemaker is going to be next season. Salemaker is going to reach that next level. Let's give, I'll be the devil's advocate and say Liao, because Liao is going to be better next season. Even Tonali is going to be, even Tonali. Calabria has more to offer. Even Hernandez. These people we're talking about 21, 22 years old. They haven't even reached their potential. What's the point of not giving them the time if we're going to, and then we brag, oh, we are the youngest team in the world, or the youngest team in Europe. Now, let's disagree with Tommy. I know he's part Italian and everything, but he's have
part Italian. He's all Italian.
3,
he's all Italian.
4, 5, 6. We have 6 Ballon d'Or winners. Tell me how many of them are Italians. 1, Rivera.
Well, why do you have to put the oil on the fire?
Gianni Rivera.
Yes, Gianni Rivera. That's it. Gullit, Kaká, Van Basten, Weah, and Shevchenko. All of them are non-Italian. So, and do you want me to piss you off more, Tommy? You know, for a team that's called Internazionale, you'd expect them to have non-Italians more than Milan. This season, Milan have less Italians than Internazionale.
But exactly, and exactly my point.
Gio, let me move you over here.
Just to answer your question. In 88-89, when il Milan went on the top of the world, 89-90, only 3 foreigners were on the team. The rest were all Italians. But then again, Italy at that time, la Serie A was la Serie A. Oggi la Serie A è diventata, it became a circus. Il sottoscritto tells you. La Serie A, mark my words, has become a circus, starting con quella merda di squadra Juventus. A vergogna.
Can we go back to Milan talk, Tommy? I want to ask you of all the possible signings and rumors, Berardi for you has to be your favorite one so far. Non calabrese come me, but Berardi, if he comes up,
investirei pure 40 milioni su Berardi. Berardi sì.
Berardi is a good option. Let's see what he does in this Euros. But Tommy, if I had to ask,
look, when he plays even in Serie A, he's very good.
Yeah, okay. So let me
quando mi devo
ask
buttare su un baccalà de pollo, mi vado a prendere Berardi, no?
Okay, so let me ask you, if you had a choice of an Italian-born player to play at Milan at a good price, who would you pick?
Berardi.
Other than
Berardi ci sta pure Scamacca, un giovane italiano, Scamacca. There is players.
There is players, okay. So Berardi, Scamacca, okay. You know, these are good quality players, but in the end,
don't forget, Milan still owes 50% del cartellino di Pessina. Don't forget.
Good point. That's a good point, gentlemen. But we'll see what happens. We have until June 30th. You know what, guys? I'm going to break the silenzio stampa that Presidente put upon us. Yes, Presidente, this is your Cobra Commander shirt. Now, gentlemen, I want to have a discussion. I don't want to be fighting. You know what? It's 23 minutes in. We're going to go through everybody, and I want everybody's opinion. I don't want to be screaming. I don't want to be yelling. Tommy, I'm talking to you. But I want to talk about your personal feelings on this whole Donnarumma situation. Okay? So I will say this is my personal feeling. I think we screwed up on letting him go for free. That's what I feel personally. On the other side, I tip my hat off to the organization and how nobody's bigger than Milan. Because on one side, I'm like, we let him go to we let it go to this point, but then I'm like, but what we're gonna do? We'll pay him $10 million and just sell him the next year. And for me, I just look at it that the negative of letting it come to this situation of letting him go for free is a lot. The positive of non sei da Milan and Milan is bigger than you outweighs that negative. That is my personal opinion. Gio, I'm going to start with you. I just want to get your comments on the whole Donnarumma. And in the end, guys, I'm not sure everybody here supports Italy. I will support Italy. That's the only time that I do not see colors, whether it be Juventus, Inter, Milan. To me, I will support Italy. Just the way I supported that snake.
Hold on. I'm just going to ask you one thing.
Yes.
There's only one thing today that I've seen that makes me happy. The Milan recalled Plizzarri. This guy è un portiere milanista, and now he recalled him to terzo portiere. Te lo dico. In 2 years, you're going to see him behind the net. It's going to be him when it's going to be a net.
So it's a good thing.
Io lo auguro al 100%.
Tommy, they say he's doing shit in Serie B.
Let me tell you that. Yeah, but if he didn't never played, che fai?
Gentlemen,
who never plays, you can't.
Gentlemen,
you can't.
Let me lead this conversation. We're back to Donnarumma. Poor Gio is there waiting. No, I want your personal opinions and a discussion, gentlemen. And if you have a personal feeling or an opinion, please explain where this opinion is coming from. Gio, take it to you.
You know what? Like, I watch the show every Monday, and I agree with Stevie P, man. Like, where the management is partly to blame, but now I give 10% of Donnarumma because we offered him a contract and he didn't respond. Like, they say they offer you a salary event and you don't respond, and then you're thinking like, oh, if we meet this quota, just because you're thinking in your head like, oh, we meet this quota, they're gonna give me more money. So I think he disrespected on that. That's why he has 10% of the blame. And I felt like last year was a good time to sell. Like if Maldini can't convince you to sign from a year ago, there was a lot of fans saying sell him even for 20 million because that looks good on the books because we bought him for 500,000. So it looks good on the books, even though we're gonna take a big loss to sell him. And that's what I feel like. That's gonna leave a black mark on Maldini's thing, not being able to get anything for Gigio, a generational talent, you know. And I knew that he wasn't gonna stay, and I'm glad that Stevie P said it like 6 months ago. He said that he had a feeling that he wasn't gonna stay. Since then, I knew he wasn't gonna stay because look at him, man. That's why I said on the last group Thursday session, I wanted to sock him in the face. He doesn't deserve that Carpens armband. That armband's coming to Calabria. The guy on my back. Enough said.
He's going for the Calabria as a and you know what, we're gonna finish off the conversation with who's your future captain. But Hasni, how about that on Donnarumma? Do you share everybody's thoughts on this one? I know Stevie P does not protect Mino Raiola, saying like, you know, that's his job, but in the end the player makes the decision. And do you feel the same way where it's like, I feel bad that it came to this, but in the end it is what it is?
Yeah, definitely. In my opinion, it's just not meant to be. I mean, I know Maldini tried. I know the management tried. It just came to a point whereby there was no meeting of minds in this case, where Gigio or Raiola, whoever it is that makes the decisions for him, decided that no, it's just not meant to be. But what I am a bit disappointed, even with myself, you could say, a few weeks ago, and with a lot of fans, is that we're bashing this guy. Didn't Gigio play until the last day? Didn't he make those saves still when we were in Cagliari, in the game against Cagliari? There's no denying it, you know. He didn't give up.
You want to bash you want to bash Gigio, the person, because you think you know who he is. That's on you. But Gigio, the way we give him the ratings, Gigio has a huge factor on us, you know, qualifying for Champions League. And in the end, right now in my head, I'm putting him in the same category as the Pirlo. Thank you very much for what you've done, but you're not the Milan, right? And I don't know if you're that's what you're trying to say, Hasni.
Yeah, definitely. And the way that I see it is that he will always be a son of Milan. I mean, he came through the academy, he wore the captain's armband, he played for us, even when we were, you could say, a substandard team. And one thing that no one can deny is that, and this is where we got to be careful, he can come back, by the way. He's that young. There's no one saying that in a few years, maybe it doesn't work out. Maybe he wants to make a move back to Milan. He can. We've had players who have come back, by the way. So It's not beyond the realm possibility. So it was not meant to be, just like how Maldini put it, you know, we wish him all the best, and he'll always be a son of Milan. I mean, it's just got to end there. I mean,
it just no, work. I like it. It just wasn't meant to be. Anwar, how about you? Like, you know, the fact that nobody's knocking at his door, nobody's like, oh, maybe here, maybe there. How are you feeling? Or let's say the Milan fans there, like, you know, in the continent of Africa, like, are they feeling everybody the same sentiment as all of us here in North America or around the world?
I think most people would agree with Maldini's move, but I would agree also with Gio when he said that we should have sold him last year, because since the first story, it was clear enough that the guy wanted to move. And he made everything possible to push us to make that decision as well. And then it comes again to the point where I couldn't get over the fact that Neuer is getting 10 million at Bayern after almost winning 2 Ballon d'Ors. He finished up third or second for 2 years. And the guy never asks for more. So why would you push the management knowing that you're going to suck up all the budget? Because there are high commissions to Raiola, to your dad, to your brother, and we end up with nothing in the Mercato. That's not team-minded mindset in a way. You're just looking out for your best interests. So I don't agree as well with Husni when he said he can come back, because most of the comebacks did not work out for us. And let's be honest on that. History speaks for itself. But
hey, Kaká was the best player when he came back, and that tells you a lot about our team, right? So yeah,
Shevchenko. I mean, a lot of them came back, but the story will ended when they left, and I think we should move on from Gigio's story now, because Maldini's move was also like a punishment to Raiola, because he knows that now he will need to find a team for your player, and you're not gonna end up with whatever your expectation of money. So no commission, no high salary at the end, and I think 8 million for 24, 22. I think that's a lot of money.
It is
That's
a
a lot.
lot of money.
You can buy everything with that money. I mean, what do you need more than Milan's management? They gave you the armband, captain. They didn't give it to Calabria, who's older than you, who's been there in the team far more years than you, and yet again, you do this kind of I don't know, like these are games that should not be existing between the captain and the club.
I think, I'm going to ask you, David, and you can share your thoughts about Donnarumma. We've been talking about l'era delle bandiere is over. The Maldinis, the Tottis, the Zanettis are over. And I think why it's bothering us so much about Donnarumma is that he was that one guy that we believed in, that è roba da Milan, right? And he's one of the only ones in the last 10, 15 years that roba da Milan. What are your thoughts about this whole situation with Donnarumma?
Vinny, I just want to add one more thing before.
Yes,
just a quick one. Have you ever seen the San Siro's reaction to Gigio's name when he comes up on the pitch? It's like this screaming caca, man. And I don't think you should. You do not deserve, as a fan, being there in that San Siro stadium in the better era. You do not deserve that reaction from your captain. I don't know. I don't want to push it that much. He has his own choices. He's free, of course. But as a legacy of the club, I think we need to respect that, all of us, including the fans, the players, and the management.
It's well said. David, do you agree with that, or just your personal opinions on the whole Donnarumma fiasco?
Listen, from day one that we've noticed that it's no longer heart, it's all about money, business. If Milan was in debt of 200 million, which they almost are, and they could get out of the 200 million by selling Gigio for 200 million, like this, they'll do it. So what would that say to Gigio? I'm just there for the money. At the same time, for Gigio, he's proven what he's worth. It's like you work for a company for 15 years, and another company comes along and says, we see your worth, we're going to give you this much. You're going to go to your company first, like, listen, this company wants to give me, but I know I'm worth it. And the company goes, yeah, we'll give you $2 raise. And the other company is giving you 10. It's hard to balance because the heart, the mind, you have to think for yourself, you have to think for the team. But in the end, it is about money. And that's what it's come to. Not too many players do this. Like, look at Ancelotti. Ancelotti says, I don't want to go to Inter because I'm a Milanista.
You don't see that anymore. You don't see that anymore.
It's rare that you see it. But you have to look at the other side too. This could have been dealt with in a different manner, in a better way. But in the end, guys, you have Mino Raiola in the year of Donnarumma. He got in his head. I'm saying it. He got in his head because maybe down the line he might be like, what the hell did I do? But now look, what's upsetting me the most about this is if he leaves Milan to go to another team for the same amount of money, then I'm gonna be like, but basically we called your bluff. That's how it is. If we can't afford to give him the 10, 12 million and he goes and get the 10, 12 million somewhere else, as long as it's not in City, listen, I can't argue against that. And in the end, listen, guys, if it's between you and your family to put food on the table, I'm sorry, you're gonna all do the same move. No one is gonna do the same thing. If you guys get an option to go work somewhere else to make more money to feed your family, I'm sorry.
I agree with you. If you're going from I could make 8, but I could go make 12 over here. Who cares about trophies? Who cares? Because that's the way we are nowadays in the age of money, right? Exactly. But throwing it to you, Andre, do you share everybody's sentiment, or how about the Milan fans there in Russia? Are they all feeling the same way as us?
Oh, listen, there were lots of discussions about this point in our social media groups, surely, and it's never ending. We are still angry at him. David, you had a very good actual comparison, but look, The first, if another company offers you the bigger money, how bigger the money they offer you? This is first. Second, what about if your present company picked you up from the lowest clerk and made you, for example, as the assistant manager? And this is the biggest promotion you ever had in your life, and this is give you a decent start. You may dream about, for example, the latest Lexus, but this present company offers you a pretty good BMW in your hands, and you're still 22. As we know, goalie careers can run up to 35, for example, and even more. Look at Buffon. Yeah. So Milan offered quite a good salary. Presently, we see that not everybody even wants to give him 10, and not even everybody wants to give him 8, because look, we look on him as a Milan player, and sometimes we forget his mistakes, which he presently has, and we consider him as the big talent, but maybe other scouts, they look more sharply on him and doesn't consider him as a solid player for 10 million per year. The rumors go in Juventus, Barcelona, blah, 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 some Paris Saint-Germain, blah, blah, blah. But look, Donnarumma is not a world-class goalkeeper. Now we will look on the Euro. Now we will see what Donnarumma is valid for. Is he valid for 10 million a year? Yes or no? About you, Vinny, you said about management fault. I would never blame management for this, because I understand Maldini. Definitely, a year ago. If you would have a chance to sell Donnarumma for 20 million, you should look for his replacement, surely. And we would go for the Champions League race, and nobody knows who would we sign and how he would be the goalie. You saw the season was so tight. That was maybe the strangest season at all times, because so many teams from the top 5 picked up so many points. Look, in the present, I specially calculated 71 or 72 points, I don't remember, was a guarantee for the top 4 seat. This season, the season just ended, 75 was not a guarantee to go in top 4. That was a crazy season. And nobody knows, if not Donnarumma was, and I was a main goalkeeper, which position we would get, out of top 4 or in top 4. And this is good for Maldini. Whatever happened, I don't want to talk about Donnarumma. He's over. I would say he's a gypsy guy who wants always more. I don't blame Raiola. Raiola, yes, he's a professional agent, but being of 22 years old, you have to come up with your own decisions. Either you want to play for the club or not. 22. The guy has a driver license. He drives the car. This is responsibility. Yes, he's responsible for his life and the lives around him. When he sleeps with his girl, is he still teenager, a small boy, or he's a growy?
That's a fantastic point, dude. They're saying he can make his own decisions at that age.
Of course. They offer him 8 million per year for the club, which actually he kissed the bench for so how many times.
Andre's on fire.
Fall in love. And look, this is the very good point that we kicked him out. I can say we kicked him out before the end of his contract. We already bought Milan. This is the perfect move of Maldini and the management. First, we saved a lot of money.
Yes, we did.
I just calculated, if we signed Donnarumma for 10 million per year, for the 5 years, we are saving more than 70 million euros.
Even more than that, yeah.
70 on the wages, 73 to be correct. On the wages, on the agent fees, on the taxes. Second point, Maldini got a very good lesson. I think now he will never do the same mistake, because a year ago Maldini was thinking, I can guess, Maldini was thinking, what about Donnarumma? I want him to remain with these colors, with this badge forever, because Maldini played his whole career with Milan, the whole career. He came after Baresi, the whole career with AC Milan. He played with Costa Curta, the whole career with AC Milan. Ambrosini, the most of the career with AC Milan. Gattuso. Abbiati, that was in his wings. Maybe he saw Donnarumma is his follower, one of the squad, one of the youngsters who can be their AC Milan leader for many, many years and will finish his career. But now he understood the lesson, I guess. He will never make the same mistake.
I love and that one, and I'm going to throw it out to Youssef. I love how he's learned from this experience and the situations of the Frankessis and the Calabres. I don't think they're going to get to that, but we have Youssef and Tommy left to talk about Donnarumma. Youssef, are you sharing everybody? And this is your opinion, right? This is what you pay the big bucks to Patreon for, to speak your opinion. And what do you think about this whole Donnarumma situation?
I disagree with whoever said that we were supposed to sell him last summer. I think he's one of the pillars in that Champions League run. Without him, we wouldn't have made Champions League. So if I'm let's put our shoes let's put ourselves in Maldini's shoes and think, okay, I have this world-class goalkeeper who doesn't want to come to the table and talk with us regarding a renewal. Our objective as a manager, my objective is, or a director, my objective is to reach the Champions League competition, and Donnarumma is an important pillar. So what are we supposed to do? Sell him and get who? So I totally agree with Maldini in terms of keeping him, even even with risking losing him for free, because it's more important to reach the Champions League than losing Donnarumma for free. And then again, let's take off our fan emotion hat and let's think of Buffon at his prime. What if he signed for us? We would be all cheering him on. We will not be hating him. So I read some comments in the chat there saying that his career is ending. No one is offering.
No, he's not ending.
Millions. Yeah, I disagree with these things. He will be.
It's hurting us. It's hurting us in our feelings, Youssef.
Yes, as AC Milan fans, of course.
Milan fans, right? Because we're not talking about because it's hurting us because we're feeling that he was not roba da Milan. It's been a while that we got a player like this.
When he was playing yesterday or the day before in the friendlies, when I look at him, I was like, man, this guy is like we've seen this guy grow under our eyes, and it's very difficult to swallow the fact that he's not going to be a Milan player. But at the same time, we are following a professional sport. So what are we supposed to do?
We gotta accept it.
I think we have a very exciting prospect in. How do you pronounce him, Anwar? Mignon?
Mignon.
Yeah,
Mignon. Anwar et nous, on parle français. Mignon.
There you go. That's why I asked him. So he's an exciting prospect. And let's turn
the page.
Forward.
Yes, there we go. I like that. Let's just turn the page and let's go forward.
Let's not forget, if we would have sold him last year, we would have never known about this Mike Mignon, because he would have never had the year that he had this year.
That's right. And we wouldn't win the Champions League with Tiramisu over there, or Antonio Donnarumma. Tommy, you're the last one. Guys, the last question will be a one-word.
Aspetta. Donnarumma te lo dico io per Donnarumma.
Okay, Tommy.
Donnarumma.
Tommy English.
He's saying English, please. English. Andre wants you to speak English.
If Galliani was there, none of this was going to happen. Galliani always said, we don't remember when he was with Milan, he said it. If somebody wants to leave, ci facciamo una bella camminata, and he will change his mind. With Galliani, we would have made money off Donnarumma. He would have known I went to sell him. It's the management. Maldini's inexperience, because you don't only have one, you have two players without a contract. It's Çalhanoğlu and Donnarumma. And don't forget, on June 23rd, ci starà il bilancio del Milan. You'll know as much as anybody. We're all going to know how much we're in the red in the books. Okay, so that's the inexperience of Maldini. I love Maldini, I love him, but he's inexperienced. Because I'm telling you, if Galliani was there,
Tommy, you gotta stop living in the past, dude. You gotta stop living in the past.
Aspetta, Galliani non deve essere da past, io sono dirigente del Monza. Today il dirigente del Monza. Chi è? Galliani. So it's not that I'm living in the past.
You're gonna compare Monza. Tommy,
l'anno prossimo il Monza arriva in Serie A. I'm not telling you il Monza is going to be better than Milan. Te lo dico io.
Okay. Why can I ask you a question about Donnarumma? You gotta talk to me about Galliani. Madonna. Can you tell me?
È il dirigente. Il dirigente è Galliani, no?
Tommy, if he was so intelligent on the Serie A team, would have picked him up. Come on, Tommy, please.
Tommy.
He doesn't want to go to the Serie A.
Oh, stop, yeah.
Tommy, let me ask you something.
Te dico la verità.
Okay, you're talking about Maldini's inexperience, and I'll give you that. But will you agree that an experience positives outweigh its negatives? Because if it wasn't for Maldini, there wouldn't be no Theo Hernandez and him with Massara.
I'm not saying he made a bad job. I'm just saying that because these two players have run out of a contract, that's their fault. It's Maldini's fault. He should have seen this a year ago, 2 years ago.
Maldini's
tell him when you could make some money out of it.
Look,
like in Italy, because in Italy there's no goalies. In Italia è talmente cosa, there's no goalies that consigli, parliamoci chiaro, consigli bello di stupire, come cazzo si chiama lui?
I'm gonna bring marijuana to Tommy because it's legal here in Canada. We need him to relax, maybe to have some
I don't take drugs.
We don't do that, Tommy. Let him know. That's your passion.
You should start,
That's
Tommy.
your passion.
Okay.
No, never.
No. You know what, Tommy? I'm gonna give him some Vecchia Romagna or Stock 84. Some good old Italian stuff over here. But guys, let's finish off this round. Gio, I know what your answer is going to be. Short answer. Who's our next captain and why? Gio?
Calabria. He's been at the club since 6 years old. And he hurts like us. He cries like us. He doesn't sleep like us. You know, when we lose a game. It's Calabria, and thank you for sending me that video on the day that we classified, Vinny. I appreciate that, man. I showed that to my girlfriend because she took 2 years of Italian in college, so you know she knew everything that Calabria was saying. So,
awesome. But you know, you have Tommy's phone number in the chat, so Tommy can start sending you 1987 videos, all this different type of stuff. But okay, so Calabria for you, Rock Nation Husney. Who's your next captain?
For the next season, I would give it to Zlatan. I would love to give it to Calabria, but I'll tell you why is that until these guys sign their renewals or the new contracts, don't hand out any more captain armbands. You got to earn it this time.
I like that one. How about you, David? Who's your next captain favorite? Who you got in your heart?
As much.
You're muted. You're muted. Jesus Christ.
Someone walked into the room. I told him to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Listen.
And David's getting married, guys. Just told his future wife, get the fuck out of the room. Okay,
I did. I honestly did. I told her Milan comes first.
Are we
Congratulations, David.
Thank you.
Are we invited, David?
All of you are invited. Special request.
I love how he just told his wife, look, I love you, but Milan comes first. I love it. That reminds me of...
She knows.
That reminds me of when I was in Ottawa in 2003. I just moved, right? And one of my previous flames that texted me, "Hey, I'm coming to Ottawa. I'd like to spend the time with you." I'm like, sorry, like Milan's playing Champions League, she's like, no, but I'm coming to Ottawa for you. And I'm like, Milan is playing Champions League. She's like, and she literally texted out, "Are you giving up sex for Milan?" And I was like, yeah, what's the problem? Yeah, Milan comes first. So, David, to your fiance, we're sorry, but who's your captain? Who's your captain in the heart?
Calabria is my future captain. For now, what I've seen in the locker room, what I've seen on the field, I would love to see, and he speaks Italian, he's not Italian, is Simon Cayer. He demands, you see him everywhere, he goes crazy, I see it all the time. He's screaming, when Donnarumma is screaming in the back, the second voice you always hear besides Pioli is Cayer.
I like it. How about you, Andre? Who's your captain? Who do you think is going to come up there?
I don't know. I would pick up Kessie, honestly, because, I think he had some solid influence in the locker room. and we need a captain which has actually influence on the players in the locker room. It might be Ibrahimovic, but I think it's the last year for him with Milan. And then the Bandiera will go to somebody else. I don't like this one. When this Bandiera goes one after another. Another thing is will Romagnoli leave or not? Because if he will stay,
you can't take him away, right? That was going to be my conversation. If he doesn't go away, you got to leave it to Romagnoli.
I laughed that we all said who's our future captain, but we still have a captain.
We still have a captain. No, it's true. But Andre, are you with that? If Romagnoli does not leave, he's got to remain captain, correct?
Well, I don't know. Somebody has to talk with him. I think he understands. He understands that whatever the decision he will make, or either he will be staying for 1 more year and then go for free, or he will sign a contract extension. He is no longer the captain of AC Milan. In reality, officially he is, but everybody understands it now. And I would say that either the best move would be for Pioli. Or for Maldini to make the vote from the old players and let the players pick up their next captain. That might be Salamakers, who knows?
You never know, right?
Yeah, that might be Theo Hernandez, or maybe even Tomori, maybe Tatarusciano. Who the hell knows, who they will pick up.
It's not going to be Antonio Donnarumma. Let's just put it that way.
Out. All the Donnarummas out.
Anwar, how about you, Captain? If Romagnoli would have to leave, who's your captain of choice?
I would say maybe I'd give it to the most experienced guys. I don't know. We're playing in UCL. We're gonna expect a lot from Calcio next year, and I'll probably give it to Ibra, maybe Kier as a second captain, and just get Calabria used to that role as well, because it is a role. It demands a lot from you, and I don't want to give Calabria all the expectations from his first year as a captain. That might burn him up. Also, I love the fact that Casey is like the main guy on the field that everyone looks up to, but I want him to focus on the ball. I just want him to play the game. I don't want him to walk up to the referee and telling him about.
No, we're with you. Steve and I said that we don't see Kessie as Kessie's our sniper. He's our soldier. Like you're saying, we don't see him like go talk to the referee and just let him do what he does, man.
I love Ibra's pressure on the field. I love the fact that he can go to the referee and maybe change his mind about something. He can do that. He can also get a red for that, but that's Ibra for you.
So we'll go from there. Youssef, Tommy, I did not. I think I did ask you, but Youssef, because Tommy, I'm going to finish off with you because I know you have a lot of emotions that you want to pull out. But Youssef, how about you? Your future captain, who do you got?
Yeah, the captaincy requires someone who has some sort of characteristics that are like a human characteristics, like leadership, mental stability, or mental. I don't know how to say it, but he's sort of an influencer. And as much as I love to agree with Gio and I always listen to what he says carefully, I don't think Calabria is at that point now, and I would give it to Kier because this guy is fantastic on and off the pitch. So and I always like the captain to be an outfield player rather than a goalkeeper. So that's it. And one more thing. I don't want to give them credit, but those they're welcome here in the chat. But the Juve fans all of a sudden think of Romagnoli as a world-class goalkeeper. Donnarumma as a world-class goalkeeper, and only a few months ago they preferred Chesney, and they claim that Chesney is a better goalkeeper than Romagnoli. But Donnarumma, I mean, and just because he's
3-0, it got them over here.
It got them over here, yeah. You gotta love the Juventus. But you know what? I don't consider them as trolls because even Sija or the other guys, I always welcome your comments. Tommy, let's finish off.
Sorry, Vinny.
Yes, Andre.
My battery runs out. I have only 10 minutes left. Before I forgot, send me the link to this chat. The chat you're talking about in the recent podcast.
The Milan Weekly, the Milan Club Montreal. Everybody that's a club member of the Milan Club Montreal. But I don't know if you want to. No, Yusuf is not part of the Milan Club Montreal. This chat that we have is the Milan Club Montreal. If you guys want to be part, but guys, honestly, you don't want to be part of this chat because it's very intense. It's very intense.
You're gonna
maybe you know what, guys? You know what we should do? What I might do on Patreon? I'm gonna send out my phone number. Maybe we should create a group chat. Even you, Tommy, yes, you can be part of the group chat. We can listen to you. Maybe do a Patreon.
There is no chat.
Maybe we'll do,
I agree. 100%.
Let's you know what? Let me do this week, guys. Maybe I will send you guys a link for a WhatsApp group chat. We are currently at 50 members, a couple of new members. Let's try to do that. Let's finish off with Tommy. Mr. Tommy, I want to hear your comments or your feelings about Juventus still being in this Super League and possibly not making Champions League. And Serafin saying Agnelli for me does not exist. Is this a whole joke? What are you thinking about? Let's finish off with a bit of Tommy times.
Listen, the thing is, Juventus.
Show your t-shirt first. Show your t-shirt. Show your nice t-shirt. Show it. So this is from Milan Club Dublin. Thank you very much to the guys there. But give us your feelings. Give us our Tommy time.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing about Juventus. They're gonna go to Champions League. I'm telling you now. There's no way in hell they're gonna get but they're not gonna go nowhere. They're not gonna go nowhere. La Juventus non si può presentare da nessuna parte. And me, the only thing that gets me mad about this guy, sto stronzo di Mangini, he brings un cadavere. Si è portato un cadavere. He brings il cadavere di Chiellini in nazionale. Ma che cazzo stai facendo? Chiellini
e Bonucci. Chiellini e Bonucci.
Ma vaffanculo tutte e due. A posto di portarsi Chiellini, we should have brought Romagnoli. Or even Calabria. Brings un uomo di 37 anni che non si trova. He can't even walk on his 2 feet.
So
vaffanculo, va, per favore.
You're still going to be watching every game, Tommy.
I'm going to still be watching every game. Yes. To support Italy. Look. Yeah.
The only time Tommy will be positive is if we win the Euros.
The only thing I'm going to say is this. It hurts my heart. But I don't think I'm going to support Italy this year.
Oh, even you now.
Tommy, you're out of the chat. You're out of
Mancini is drunk, Vinny.
I have nothing related.
He gets Sensi. He's drunk.
I have nothing related to Italy.
Oh my God!
Come cazzo vai? La squadra è finita secondo in classifica, non hai portato nessuno del Milan, vergogna.
What do I finish with Tommy?
Dude, you are Italian. I have nothing to do with Italy. I live 4,000 kilometers away, and I am cheering for Italy.
Look at you, Anwar. Who are you cheering on? Who are you cheering on for the Euros?
I'm gonna still cheer.
Anwar is cheering for Italy. Tommy,
but I'm gonna still cheer for Italy. I'm still gonna cheer for Italy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna go cheer for anybody else.
Anthony just told you you're fired in the comments. Anwar is cheering for Italy. Yusuf is cheering for Italy. Andre, I'm sure somebody's got some love for. No, he's got to go. Is Russia in the Euros? Andre, is Russia in the Euros? Who are you cheering for?
Ukraine.
The Ukraine. You see, so everybody, most of us are cheering. Husni, who are you cheering for? Don't say Tommy.
Italy.
Italy. There we go. So Tommy, you got fired. You got fired live on YouTube.
Hold on.
Suspended from the chat.
I said, I will still cheer for Italy.
No, you said you're not going to support.
No, you said
I'm not going to support them. I'm not going to support them, though.
This is live.
Perché lo vedrai che l'Italia non andrà da nessuna parte. Now they have the winning streak. They won, I don't know how many games. They haven't lost, this and that. Ma tutti contro una squadra di merda. Se non vinci contro una squadra di merda, che cazzo fai?
Such an Italian where, you know what? When Italy would make us suffer, where like, I can't believe they qualified on the last game, Tommy would be the kind of guy that would complain like all of us. Now that they've won 13 games in a row, right? And haven't letting it go. No. Something's wrong with this team. I don't believe in this team. You're so Italian, Tommy. I'm going to talk to Presidente. We're going to have a one-on-one meeting. But looking forward to the next Patreon special. First ever hour-long. Gentlemen, from all four corners of the world, we will talk soon. Stay tuned for the Azzurri weekly podcast. Will be coming soon. Thank you for you guys.
Hold on. And the only reason why I'm not supporting Italy is for finally for la Federazione Italia Gioco Calcio to make a change. Fare giocare I giovani italiani in Serie A.
Because
everywhere else don't understand nessuna parte.
Gio, please, when he talks in the chat, don't put oil on the fire, because you just like to shake it up.
Maradona, Messi and Ronaldo can't lace up to Maradona.
Stop, you're gonna get him.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Maradona era un campione.
Forget about this WhatsApp Patreon conversation. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. We will see each other very soon. Forza Milan. We'll see what happens during the week. And on Friday, Italy's first game in the Euros. Hopefully, guys, let's just hope for a great European Cup. It's been a while. I believe there will be fans over there. So, guys, again, thank you for joining us.
Let's put Hakan in his place.
Put Hakan in his place.
Kick him.
Take him out, guys.
Forza Italia.
Ovunque e sempre. Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Ciao.